Bankruptcy is a difficult subject, and physics is equally difficult, and indeed, questions involving physics are even more difficult when they are addressed to a liberal arts major sitting as a judge. The conflict between physics and bankruptcy law arises when a court is called upon to decide whether or not electricity sold within 20 days of bankruptcy are goods that are entitled to priority under Section 523b9 of the Bankruptcy Code. To answer the question, courts pretty much uniformly look to the definition of goods in the Uniform Commercial Code. The UCC tells us that goods are things that are movable when they are identified to the contract. So first off, is electricity a thing? I guess electricity is electrons, but are electrons things? And furthermore, if they are things, are they movable when they are identified? And some courts say, well, electricity is not movable when it's identified, because when it's identified in the electric meter, it's already been consumed. Well, I got to tell you, I do not know what the best answer is to this particular question, because things like the Uniform Commercial Code and bankruptcy law is not written with physics in mind. This strikes me as a bit of a metaphysical question that is, I guess, in some ways better addressed to the philosophy side of the brain of people who sit as judges. In any event, I wrote about this particular topic in my column on the ABI website on February 9. And I am pleased to report that this very topic, as I said, on which the lower courts are split, is evidently headed for a decision a year or two from now by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. I cannot wait to see how appellate courts deal with this issue, because it's not very much law, it's more physics or metaphysics, and it will be curious to see whether judges try to decide this question based upon expert testimony from physicists, or whether they just sort of sit down as normal human beings using their common sense and decide whether or not electricity is the same as goods. I am Bill Rochelle, the editor-at-large for American Bankruptcy Institute. I will return same time next week with something interesting from the world of bankruptcy. Until then, be well, stay safe, stay warm. Good day.